how are we going to address like the mental health situation, especially with people in who seem to be in like a darker place mentally? I mean, it kind of like people would give off like energy, and like even if you walk past them in the hallway, then you can see that they're not doing okay. Like, so how do you think that you can advise them to go to someone or just like take care of that situation?
Yeah, that's probably, I don't know, I would say, and Ms. Valdez might be able to address this as well, the issue that probably comes up the most frequently, recently at least. I mean, it's always been part of what we do at a school to kind of try to help students with their social and emotional needs. But I would say that, and I'm sure we'll reference a few times today, the effects of the pandemic and COVID and everything else. But I do think that everyone's, mental health, especially students and anybody that works in school, there's more of a highlight and more of a focus on it more than ever, which is good. Because to be honest with you, it's something that was always there. And I think in a good way, it's being talked about more and it's being addressed more and is being put more out in the open as it should be. It's as important as any other aspect of a person's life, their physical health, their mental health. So you're right. I mean, it's one of those things where we want to, try our best to make sure that students have somebody that they can check in with in this building. And obviously, a lot of students like friends is kind of like a first layer of support. But, obviously between teachers and our counseling team, we have a school psychologist. We recently, we had a new social worker start recently, and that's somebody that I want our students to get to know, that we have that, that person in this building that's available to talk to students that might be struggling about mental health issues. We implemented a serenity room this year, which some students know about. It's kind of located between our main office and our guidance office, which is a place where if they just need to take a break for a little bit or compose themselves, they can kind of check in that serenity room. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely at the forefront of I feel like every decision and every meeting we have, one of the first things is to address or that we talk about is the social and emotional and mental health needs of our students. I would venture to say that the country is kind of, particularly because of the pandemic, kind of going through a bit of a crisis in that area. And we need to do everything we can to make sure that our students that are, in need of that support are getting it. I don't know if Ms. Valdez wants to add anything.
In addition to the addition of the serenity room, in addition of having a social worker, which we just hired full-time here at the high school, and having our guidance counselor support system, we are also trying to implement programs and even professional development for our teachers, so they feel supported and equipped to handle mental health in the classroom and outside the classroom. So next week, we're going to have a wellness type of program for them. And moving forward, those are the type of professional development that we're looking into, just so they can have also know the signs, how to tackle it, feel supported. Mental health is definitely at the forefront of our planning in everything that we do. Even in implementing, I don't want to speak too much into it yet, but implementing different programs that you might see next year where it's all geared towards mental health and those particular students who might be feeling dark and you feel that energy and just need that extra support. We also implemented part of our discipline process, a structured day. So those students that, they skip class, but they skip class because they weren't feeling it. They were in a dark place. Well, now you're in a structured day. It's not just ISS. We don't hear you. We don't see you. Figure it out. Now it's now there's a counseling piece. We'll go through some questions. What is really bothering you? Why did you skip that class? What is the root of the problem? So we can help the mental state of the kid, not just